Hi guys, welcome to your moon message. These moon messages are coming to you for the beautiful waning crescent moon in Virgo, which will be spanning from Saturday, October 30th to Monday, November 1st. Okay, so let's jump right in. If you haven't had a chance, please go ahead and check out the November monthly reading, and I encourage you to check back at that same reading mid-November. Very helpful to check that out, right? But also I will be posting the first week of November reading as well. And let me focus on this. Oh, there's our card on our Virgo moon. Okay, what's going on? I feel a lightness of spirit. Yeah, that makes sense because the waning crescent moon in Leo was all about a verdict being revealed. It was all about something that was previously hidden that related to your fate or your well-being or your immediate future or even long-term future that was previously being kept hidden from you was revealed. And so that was out in the open, and we left off in the beautiful story with that Leo moon with the question of what are you going to do now with that information. It was all about the scales. But that ended with you being situated. Whatever that governing body was, or whatever that investigative body was, it had moved on from you based on the reading, that the channeled messages that came through for the Leo moon. But now we're taking a look at this moon in Virgo, and I want to kind of feel these energies. It feels a little bit like you're twiddling your thumbs, you don't know what to do. Not that you don't know what to do, but when how you have a lot of pressure on you, and then all of a sudden it's resolved, and now you're like, well, what do I do now? It's kind of like that feeling when you're in grad school and you've got so much work and the semester's over now, and you wake up for the next 3 or 4 days and you keep thinking, oh my god, I'm supposed to be reading something 1,000 pages of something right now. But you're not, because it's done. So that's what I'm getting a little bit. Makes sense. Look at this Two of Swords just whittling. He's not technically whittling, but he's whiling his time away. Let's go ahead and wow, look at these two twos. Two of Swords, I almost said Two of Words. Two of Wands. Listen, guys, don't get so complacent under this Virgo moon that you just need to fill the air. Don't get so complacent and so, idle. Don't get so idle that you start making stuff up. Virgo's all about overthinking. Okay, look at this Chariot card coming out, guys. Yeah, so just I'm seeing a lot of idleness. Now you may say, hey, I'm actually really busy, Jonelle, so excuse you. And you may well be busy, but looking at the energies here, I'm getting that there's a lot of downtime. All right, so just watch that for a bit. Also watch comparing yourself with others. Watch comparing yourself with others, because you are sitting exactly where you need to be sitting for a reason, right? And you are going to be sitting somewhere different from someone else because you two are different people. So I'm getting that under this Virgo moon, you may tend to make comparisons, especially if you have Virgo placements, is what the guides are saying right now. So for some of you who have Virgo placements that are pretty strong, this might hit you. Avoid making comparisons between you and other people. If you're going to compare something because you just need to do something with that brain, compare yourself with yourself. But even that you want to tread lightly on, because I do get this feeling that in the upcoming days, something about wiping the slate clean is coming up. You're a little bit in an interim energy right now. It's like you came out of something heavy, now you're in this idle place and you're twiddling your fingers, you're trying to sit on your hands so that you don't get yourself into trouble because of your overthinking. But then there's going to be something new, and I feel that you're going to be invited into it. It almost feels like a pool of water. It's like, hey, come on in, the water's warm, right? Or the water's cool. Actually, the water's going to feel a little cool. But it's going to be welcome. It's going to be something new. It's going to be something you're not used to. But when they say, come on in, the water's fine, that calls for you to have trust. It's the kind of trust that kicks in because you want to connect with others. Yeah, I don't really, this isn't really my thing, but I kind of don't want to be over here by myself. I want to connect with you. So, okay, that's you like dipping your toe into the water and getting in there, right? But for right now, before that those invitations start rolling in, before you start doing all of that, just enjoy the time. Just as we left off with the Leo moon asking, what do we do now? Have you thought about that? Have you? So what would you like to do? Is there something you'd like to catch up on? Is there some rest you'd like to catch up on? Is there a beautiful, amazing mystery novel that, wow, I wonder how that ends? I never finished it. Do you have some audiobooks you'd like to look into? Would you like to make a costume? Or, well, by this time, no, the costumes are done, but unless you want to make another costume, right? Would you like to do some sewing? What would you like to do? Spirit is asking that. I am getting some hermit vibes as well, obviously, with this Virgo energy. Of course, it's going to affect you in that sense. But yeah, I'm just getting this energy of better left alone. Even though I'm seeing some of you coupled up, it's a very nice, cozy feeling. Obviously, not everybody, but for some of you, there's a potential for a very nice, cozy feeling between you, not even between, amongst, because between kind of makes me feel like two separate entities connected by something, but amidst or amongst feels a little bit more open. Amongst the two of you, right? It's more open and together. There's a nice energy. It gives me this feeling like you're an old couple, or you're so used to each other you could sit in each other's presence in a very silent way while it's raining outside, and you're both doing two different activities, but there's so much comfort. So that's what I'm getting. It's that hermit energy, and if it's more than one person, it's the hermit energy in connection with others. It's a nice feeling. But yes, so my suggestion for you during this waning crescent moon in Virgo for those 3 days is just to be mindful of how you're spending your time, because I don't necessarily see that you will be caught up in a whirlwind of energy. But what that means is it gives you and your mind a little bit of a struggle to stay focused, right? So just be mindful about that. Let me see what other messages want to come through. Yes, of course, stay away from the gossip, but I do feel that you will be a little bit secluded from people, like I said, until it's time to be invited into hanging out with other people and socializing. And so I don't necessarily see you running the risk of gossiping, but I almost just said vomiting up. So just be mindful of regurgitating things that you're hearing from other people. Again, the gossip, right? And they're encouraging you to try anything, whatever it is that you'd like to do in these few days of downtime, do it. But just make sure that you're not allowing the devil to make work for your idle hands, so to speak. All right. Somebody's asking me if it's a good time to do medical stuff, is what I'm getting. Let me feel into that. Like, it's almost like you want to see your doctor, you want to there's somebody here who's wondering if it's a good time. And I'm getting that it could be with the right doctor, because this is feeling like an energy where it's easy to kind of be ungrounded. And not to say ungrounded because, obviously Virgo energy is a very grounded time, but a grounded energy, but there's an ungroundedness because of the idleness and the complacency. So there's a little bit of a what would we call a daydreaming quality going on here. And so yes, it's okay to do some consultations if you'd like to go to the doctor or do something like that, but just make sure that you're taking good notes and you're listening, you're grounded when you're doing that. Make sure the doctor's grounded, because if not, you might find that you might have to go and get another opinion or something like that, because it's like, oh, I went, but I barely remember what the doctor said. So just make sure that you're grounded if you are engaging in activities of that gravity, okay? Anything else? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Talking to you guys. Questions. I'm just getting this babysitter energy again. It keeps coming through. Somebody here has got a babysitter they really need to watch. There's some low vibes with that. And I'm getting you at this question that you're asking is, well, is it better now? Are things better now? I do have to say, I do feel that the energies have been removed in some sense. So yes, it's better. So if you have taken action, whoever you are, if you've taken action about that, then you've done a good job, because I do see some removal. And I like that it's not something necessarily that was a knockdown, drag out, whatever the knockout, drag down, whatever the saying is. And maybe you just made yourself scarce, or you were too busy to have them babysit anymore, or their services were no longer needed. It was something that was tactfully, for the most part, not completely, but for the most part, tactfully handled, and that's good. Okay, so yes, the answer to that is yes. I do see those energies subsiding to a large degree. All right, so yeah, well, I will leave you guys with one more thing. Your guides are encouraging you that you're encouraging at this time to look into some past memorabilia if you have anything. Thanks, guides. Old pictures, old shoe boxes filled with, memorabilia, whatever it is you guys may keep. Again, the daydream quality that's going on here. And it's completely allowed. It's completely okay, as long as you are staying grounded when you need to do very important things in your life, okay? Like driving cars. Okay. All right. So anyway, guys, please enjoy this waning crescent moon in Virgo, and stay tuned for how the energies will be changing when we look at the waning crescent moon in Libra, which will be coming up from November 1st. Yeah, very, very late, November 1st to November 3rd. All right. Love you guys. Bye.